Marabig, iya kabwasan niyang amin. Siyak si Lovejoy D. Labrador, nanlapod Group 5.
Hi, maayap abaak. I'm Serene Ann M. Lopez from 11 Kadayawan.
Hi, good morning. I am Gabrielle Eunice Lindog from Group 5 Kadayawan.
Kamusta? Maligayang araw. Ako nga pala si Daryl Cedric Santos, nagmula sa Pangkat 11 Kadayawan.
Kumusta? Siya ni Francis Xavier nga naggapo iti. May kalima nga grupo Kadayawan.
Upay nga nagahay iyong atanan. Ako Rim Franklin T. Garcera, hindi kalima nga grupo, hindi Kadayawan.
Nandutang sa Ilocos.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today weather is really good and it's definitely the perfect time to have our Ilocos tour. My name is Daryl Santos, but you can simply call me Dar. I will be your tour guide for today's destination. On behalf of our travel and tours, we are welcoming you here in Ilocos. A brief background about Ilocos. Ilocos is an administrative area of the Philippines, designated as Region 1, which covers the northern half of Luzon. It borders the administrative region of the Cordillera to the east, the Cagayan Valley to the northeast and southeast, and central Luzon to the south. The west is the South China Sea, which encompasses the northwest coast of the island of Luzon. Ilocos is also recognized for its cultural and historical attraction, beaches, and the well-preserved Spanish colonial town of Bigang. Ilocos is worth a visit, and especially for the famed Ilocano food. From Luwag, the capital of Ilocos Norte, to the historic city of Bigan, Ilocos Sur, travel through the distinct history of Ilocos food. The statue of Pedro Bucanero, the one who wrote, is also known as the father of the epic story of Ilocano people from the Ilocos region of the Philippines. This statue is located on the Burgos Street, Bigan, Ilocos Sur. Now, let's have Mr. Garcia to further discuss the details about the epic Biyag ni Lam-an.
Biyag ni Lam-ang is a prose and an epic story. It was written by Pedro Bucaneg. Pedro Bucaneg is a Filipino poet who is blind since birth. He is also considered the father of Ilocano literature. Lam-ang was born during wartime. His tribe was forced out of their lands by their enemies, the head-hunting Igorots, and his father Lacan had to stay behind so his then pregnant mother, Namogan, can escape to safety along with their tribe people.
Pamulinawen is an old Ilocano folk song that dates back to the pre-Spanish era. It is about a girl who, with a hardened heart, the Pamulinawen festival originated from the name of woman Wade, known in the classic Ilocano folk song, Pamulinawen. The festival is celebrated in the city of Luwag, Ilocos Norte, to promote camaraderie and sportsmanship. Fun fact about Ilocos. Ilocos Sur was founded by the Spanish conqueror Juan de Salcedo in 1572. It was formed when the north, which is now called the Ilocos Norte, was separated from the south, which is now called Ilocos Sur. At the time, it comprised section of Abra and the upper half of present-day La Union. The Ilocano people are also recognized as the first ethnic group in the Philippines to consume around larvae and eggs of weaver ants. Since then, the tradition has permitted among other ethnic groups in northern Luzon as well. The term Ilocanos derived from the word ay, which means from, and look, which means cove or bay, which when combined means people of the bay. The Ilocanos are the third largest ethno-linguistic group in the Philippines. The Ilocano dialect is related to the language of Indonesians, Malay, Fijians, Maori, Hawaiian, Malagasy, Samoan, Tahitian, Chamorro, Tetsum, and Paiwan. Today, the Ilocano dialect is the third most spoken language in the Philippines. We are now currently in Ilocos Sur, a province of the Philippines located in the Ilocos region in Luzon that has an area of 2,579.60 square kilometers, occupying about 20.10% of the total land area of the Ilocos region. Now guys, in every destination that we're going to visit, we will giving you enough time to explore and experience the beauty of each place. Now, the first destination that we're going is the Kale Crisologo at Vigan. Did you know who founded Vigan? Ah yes, Don Juan de Salcedo. After the successful trip and discovery of the North, Don Juan de Salcedo founded the Villa Fernandina de Vigan. In memory of King Philip II's sons, Prince Ferdinand, who died at the early age of 4. Kale Crisologo is a 15th century Spanish street in the Vigan, Ilocos Sur, recognized to be one of the historic sites in the Philippines. It is lined with ancient residences and specialized stores, leading to the towns of 100-year-old churches. Now let's go to the last destination, the Bangi Windmills. How many windmills are there in Bangi? Oh what? Oh yes, 26 turbines. Bangi Wind Farm is a North Bangi Bay project owned by the North Wind Power Development Corporation. In this coastal city, founded in 1786 and 3 cities north of the provincial seat, the Wag City. Capable of generating energy up to a maximum total generation capacity of 41 megawatts, the windmill produces approximately 40% of Ilocano Norte electricity through its link to the Luzon power system. So now guys, thank you my dear tourists. I hope you enjoy our tour here in Ilocos. I hope that this experience will be something you will remember, and I'm happily looking forward to your next visit here in Ilocos. Thank you and bye-bye.
And now, let's talk about their cultures and traditions.
Ilocos cultures and tradition. Vain is the Ilocano trait for hiya or amor proprio. Ilocanos fear of gossip and would strongly avoid being invited by the others. It is also essential to show panagdayao, meaning respect for the sensitivities of others. Ilocanos tend to speak about themselves in the humblest of terms. Their wedding traditions. The groom makes panagpudno, or formal announcement to the soon-to-be bride's parents about his intention of marrying their daughter. His parents will then visit the bride's parents to set the wedding date. Usually, parents consult a planetarium, which is like an almanac that identifies the lucky day. Another highlight of the feast is the baitor, wherein the guests contribute cash to the newlyweds either by dropping money onto the plates or by pinning bills to the couple's clothes. Death tradition. To announce the death of a family member, a piece of atong wood is lit in front of the deceased house. It is kept burning until after the burial. The fire is extinguished with white wine. Before the funeral, relatives pay respect by kissing the deceased's hands or raising it to his or her forehead, which many Filipino know as mano. Those who attended the burial ceremony in the cemetery must return to the deceased home by taking a different route from the one they taken to get there. Upon arrival, they must wash their faces and hands. It is said to remove the power of the dead.
Did you know that the Ilocos region is well known for its beaches, historical sites, and well-preserved Spanish colonial city of Vigan? But like any other places, the Ilocos region has some hazards. Ilocos region has many places like Ilocos Sur, Ilocos Norte, La Union, and Pangasinan provinces. The Ilocos region is in the eastern northern corridor of the Luzon and faces the South China Sea, making it vulnerable to many natural hazards like storm surges, flood, and violent typhoons. One of the typhoons that hits the Ilocos region is Typhoon Ineng in the middle of August 2015, where 18,000 people are affected by the heavy rain and massive flooding, when the damage to the infrastructure and agriculture stood at 1 billion pesos. A few years later, the typhoon have passed and we can see the Ilocos region is now recovered and leaving all the bad things that happens in the past.
In short, the vlog is about Ilocos and its tourist attraction, famous cross, and folk song. The Ilocos region is known as the colorful region of the Philippines. Hopefully, scientists will find a cure for this pandemic to allow us to travel again from this kind of scenario. Ang is related to values and beliefs of the Ilocano people, including loyalty, hard work, and the importance of family. Family Nawen is an ancient folk song from Ilocano, probably from the Spanish colonial era. It's about dating and love. The Ilocanos are the third Filipino ethno-linguistic group. Their culture, their tradition are quiet, unique, and surprising. It is amazing to learn the deeper meanings and feelings of the Ilocano people through their literary works. If I ever go to this area, I will not waste my time and I will cherish every moment for the beauty it holds.